15-year-old Caroline from Bracknell is in Year 10 at school and dreams of being a model.
I do want to do modelling. I do sort of think I'm not going to get it, but I do want to do it.
Later in life, I probably want to go to university and study architecture.
She's been seeing her 15-year-old boyfriend Caine for over a year.
I love being out with my mates, and I wouldn't really say I like going out getting drunk, really, because I'm not allowed. But there would be times at parties where I do love going out with my mates, having a laugh.
At the age of 14, they found out they were having a baby and are now parents to 8-week-old Stanlee.
When I phoned Caine to tell him I was pregnant, he said he needed to get out of his house before his mum and dad found out.
You just didn't?
Yeah.
I was scared what my family was going to think, so I ran to my friend's house and I just sat there for the rest of the day, turned my phone off. But then my sister found out where he lived and she got me and brought me home. No. I was using contraception and it obviously split. I think it was our second time of doing it.
I didn't bother trying to get the morning after pill because I felt I was too young and I'd just be a bit embarrassed getting it. A bit weird. The same day I went to see the doctor. He said I had 3 options: abortion, adoption or keep it. I did think about adoption, but I don't think I'd be able to live with myself. And abortion was out of the question. I just couldn't do it. I was 5 months and he was formed by then. And I would have had to give birth to him, but he'd not been alive, so that would have made me the rest of my life horrible. So just to keep it was the easiest option for me.
The decision of keeping Stanlee wasn't really up to me. It's Caroline's body and I'm not really going to tell her what to do with her body. And I just asked her on the phone, I said, do you want to keep him or do you want to get rid of him? She said she wants to keep him and I said, yeah, I just back her on it.
You meant to try and be a fake vet, was it?
Having sex that young I know it's illegal and everything, but we knew everyone else was doing it. And I'd been with Caroline for quite a while and then we just thought it was time, really.
Caroline lives with her dietitian mum Judy, plumber dad Alan and her sisters, 3-year-old Jennifer and 16-year-old Maria. Before she got pregnant, Caroline was already in talks with a modelling agency.
She said, what do you think my waist is at the moment? And I said, well, funny you should say that, it's getting a bit rounded. And I said, is this a bread belly or is this a baby belly? I don't know what made me say that. And as she turned sideways, I saw her tummy and I thought, that's a baby belly. Yeah, I said to Caroline, can you tell me you're not pregnant? And as she walked out the door, she said, no, I can't. And then she sunk her head down and got quite upset. And I just sort of froze and my heart sank. I just felt awful.
When my mum found out, she wasn't really angry. She just dealt with it. When she went out, I phoned Caine crying. I did the test when Mum came back and it was positive. So she phoned Caine's mum and dad. And
that was it, the start of the rest of her life, really, from childhood to adulthood, instantly overnight.
Do what I want.
When I told Alan, he just couldn't cope with the fact that his 14-year-old daughter was having a baby. He kept saying, she's a child shouldn't be having a child. He just said, well, I feel like I'm losing a wife as well as a daughter because you're going to be taking over with the childcare. Alan's biggest worry was how he was going to tell people because of the shame of it. But I just said I didn't care. If they've got a problem with it, then it's their problem. One of my friends turned to me and said, well, it's not like you're a scumbaggy family or anything, is it? And it's happened to you. I don't know how to take that. It's just, yeah, so I can see people do get judgmental and have preconceptions of, the type of family that teenagers get pregnant in, but it's all sorts of walks of life. What's the matter? What the matter?
Caroline stayed in school until she was 7 months pregnant and went back when Stanlee was 7 weeks old.
When I'm at school, Mum has Stanlee, so it's really good. And if I'm having a bad day, she takes him and looks after him for me. So it was really good.
Fortunately, I work part-time and from home. I have a little diet counselling business and a dress hire. When I need to see a client, then he just comes in with me and he's really good. He's very well behaved.
Stanlee normally goes over Caine's on weekdays, and either me and Stanlee stay over or just Stanlee stays over there. Caine's parents help him out a lot because I don't think he's sure what he's doing at the moment. He hasn't quite got used to it. You're doing nappies?
Why?
I just fed him.
I don't know everything about babies. I kind of like get scared. It's not getting scared, it's worried. Something goes wrong, you don't know what to do, and then you panic and then you end up mucking up even more, and just that stuff really.
Can't do these cans. I could never do it.
15-year-old Chloe is 7.5 months pregnant and expecting a little boy she wants to call Morgan.
Where's the bag?
The what?
Chloe, do you want beans?
Yeah.
You don't want beans, Rebecca.
She lives in Norfolk with her 36-year-old mum Lisa and her younger brother and sister, Jamie and Rebecca. Her older brother Aaron lives nearby.
Chips are well nice.
They're filling.
Mum said whatever I do, she'll support me. She gave me all the options: abortion, keeping it, adoption. She said that she'd take Mum lead role and bring him up if I couldn't cope and that. I was like, well, I'm not going to regret it for the rest of my life, so I just decided to keep it.
Although Chloe's going to take care of the baby, it's going to be a big part of my life, obviously, as well, because her and the baby will be living here as well.
To provide for her family, single mum Lisa works full-time as a head chef, while Chloe is at home on study leave from her final year at school.
Because Chloe's still underage at the minute, she gets no help benefit-wise. If I didn't work, I certainly wouldn't have been able to support Chloe with all buying the baby bits and everything. I hope while I'm here that because Chloe's at home, she'll do the dishwasher or load of washing, maybe run around with the hoover. But at the end of the day, she's a typical 15-year-old teenager. Did you put the load of washing on today that I asked you to do?
No.
Can you go and get it now?
Can't bother.
Please?
Becca will.
No, just go and get the washing, Chloe.
Becca will.
Go and get the washing. Please?
Becca, can you go get the washing from the bathroom? Go on, bye. Oh no! I don't like you.
Chloe's boyfriend of 10 months and the father of her child is 19-year-old Gary.
Oh, bananas.
He works on a dairy farm and lives with his dad on the outskirts of town.
We were going out about 2 months when she got pregnant. We weren't together at the time, and I was sort of getting to know someone else and that, and then she told me she was pregnant.
We were using contraception, but that night, we were both a little bit drunk, and obviously we just forgot, and then it happened.
I was a bit shocked at first. I was sort of thinking, was it mine and that? And then we worked all the dates out and it's mine, so we sort of was more scared and didn't really know what to do at the time. We got back together and we have arguments every now and again, but apart from that we get on all right.
If they're both honest with each other, they don't know how hard things are going to be. At the moment it's all very nice sitting on the sofa, talking about baby names and who's going to push the pram. But reality is who's going to get up and do the night feeds, who's going to buy the next milk, nappies, clothing. Obviously I've bought nearly everything. And at one point me and Gary did fall out and say, that is your baby, you do need to realise that financially he is going to need your support. But once he realised what the responsibility was going to be, he went out and got himself a job and now works very hard for Chloe and the baby, hopefully.
I go to work to earn money so I can buy baby stuff and help out with the baby and that. So I got money to help, basically.
See if it fits.
Even though Gary has got himself a job, Lisa still wants to give her grandson more stability.
That's cute as well. You like that? One of the things I've been looking into is parental responsibility, and I feel that I need more of a say than just being his nanny.
A grandparent who lives with a child can have parental responsibility. It means Lisa would be able to make decisions about the child's health, education and welfare.
At the moment, they might not see it as a good thing because they obviously feel like mum's going to try and take over or have more of a say. But if anything ever happened to her and Gary's got the parental responsibility, I would have no say in his upbringing.
Thank you. See you later. Bye.
Being a big part of his life for the first few years, I'd be quite devastated. Me and Gary did sort of fall out over it. But again, it's seeing things from an adult point of view as to a young person's point of view.
Mum wants parental responsibility, but Gary's not too certain about what it means, and neither am I. But I don't care if she has it or not, to be honest.
I want to find out a bit more about it, because I don't really know what it means. But I'm quite happy to do it if Chloe and her mum want to, so I ain't too worried about it.
What are you doing, Stanlee? Are you making noises? Are you trying to talk to us?
In Bracknell, 15-year-olds Caroline and Caine are trying to juggle parenthood with seeing their friends.
The Easter holidays are here and I'm having 2 weeks off from Stanlee. Caroline's been brilliant. Caine's been around a few times and done his bit. But Caroline's great, you know, she'll just take over and carry on as normal. So that means I've had my hair done at last and just spent time with Jennifer, which is great.
I do most of the looking after Stanlee.
I'm kind of like the handyman, really. I do bottles when I need to be done, and I get stuff and I build stuff, like when he needs like his little toys to be done.
Caine does have the easiest job as dad, because he's not always with him all the time, whereas I have to be.
We do argue a bit stronger than most people do.
Usually about looking after Stanlee and me wanting to go out and him wanting to go out. But it's like when I go out, I take Stanlee with me. Just when we go to town, take him, my friends go too. So.
Because in me being like that, I can't really do that because I bike everywhere, my friends bike everywhere. We'd walk around everywhere, but I can't really keep him with me walking around and around because I can't just leave him in the pram, really.
I like him.
Which one? That one? Are you sure?
He is very cute, yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
The rate of teenage pregnancy in Bracknell is 50% lower than the UK average. But Caroline has managed to find a support group in the area that meets once a week.
I enjoy going to the Young Parents Youth Club because it's just somewhere you can be yourself, really, and you have people there you have things in common with. Everyone was like in the same boat, so it was good.
The reason I don't really go to Young Parents Youth Clubs is because they're all much older than me. I'm 15 and most of them are 18, 17 and really, and they just do completely things to what I do. So while Caroline's there with her friends, I just thought I'd take the opportunity to go out with my friends and just do what I'd normally do.
How do you feel about Gary being in the room, Chloe?
He'll pass out.
I won't pass out.
In Norfolk, 15-year-old Chloe's baby is due in just 4 weeks, and everyone is focused on the birth.
It's the dad's job to get the hand squeezed as well.
Break my hand.
Until she clout you one, you'll be able to cut the cord.
Yeah.
You don't look very sure about that.
No, I'm alright. You can do that.
No, thanks.
No, you can do it. I'm not really thinking about labour and that. Someone told me it's like having a stomach bug, but like a little bit worse. So just get some gas and air.
I want to be beside the bed when she's giving birth and hold her hand and support her as much as I can through it. I don't really know what to expect at the minute, but I'll find out.
Chloe and her mum Lisa have just been for a weekly midwife appointment.
They did Chloe's blood pressure and it's a lot higher than what it would be, and upon checking her hands today they realised that her hands are getting quite puffy in her face. So they're all the signs of preeclampsia. The more advanced preeclampsia gets, the more dangerous it can be to Chloe and the baby.
She was quite concerned, that's why she's got me in the hospital straight away. She said there's no point in leaving it 2 days and then it getting worse, so she can't do nothing with it.
Preeclampsia occurs in around 1 in 14 pregnancies and is more likely if you're underage.
They rigged Chloe up to a monitor to trace the baby's heartbeat, and the baby doesn't seem in any stress.
I've just got to keep an eye on my blood pressure to make sure it's all right, and then that'll be it, really.
With Lisa's worries for her 15-year-old daughter building, she's made a decision.
I've just been to the job centre to put in a claim for income support, with Chloe feeling a bit insecure now and a bit more scared. So I felt like I had to give up my job to be at home for her, which is going to be hard to try and support 3 children. You know, it's one of the trials again, I suppose. Then you want your bath towel, a hand towel and a flannel.
Now she's at home full-time, Lisa can help prepare Chloe for what she's about to go through.
Toothbrush, toothpaste, face wipes. After 1 week of being at home, I'm quite bored already, but I'm sure things will change once Morgan's here and, you know, I can do the bottles and help look after him while she has a nap, or try and guide her in the best way I can, really, but without interfering as well. That's everything in there, all ready for D-Day.
Mum's like, oh, I'll do this, I'll do that, and I'm like, yeah, but I need to learn. It's nice to know that Mum's there to help me, but then I don't want to rely on it all the time, because I'll just get into a routine of Mum doing everything. I need to learn for myself. I'm making some raspberry leaf tea. That's going to help during labour.
It's Chloe's due date.
Disgusting. Bored of waiting. It seems like it's been like 10 years.
Chloe's a bit stressed. I ain't been here. I've been keeping out of the way so I don't get my head bitten off.
Hiya. You alright? Yeah.
While Gary keeps out of the way, Chloe has a friend around who can totally sympathise with her.
You're bigger than me.
She's also called Chloe. Yeah. She's also 15 and also about to give birth.
When you give birth, your cervix dilates to about 10 centimetres, the size of Dairy Lee box.
To let the baby through.
God, that's quite big. Someone told me it's like being burnt by an iron, but like really quickly.
And down below.
I weighed myself I think it was yesterday, and like Mum had to tell me how much I weighed because I couldn't see down.
No. I can't even see my toes now.
Because me and Chloe are like basically at the same stage, we can talk about things like how you're feeling and how hard it is to sleep and what's your birth plan and things like that. I think it'd be really nice for them to grow up together and like a boyfriend, girlfriend.
All right, sugar. Chloe's a bit upset because she don't know what to expect today.
12 days after her due date, Chloe had to be induced.
Nice deep breaths.
Chloe's been in labour for about 24 hours now. She's sort of the toughest bit is she's in pain, and you just got to watch because there ain't nothing you can do to help her, apart from rub her back.
It's quite hard to watch your 15-year-old daughter in pain and there's nothing you can really do to help her. Hopefully, after all this time, he'll be on his way.
As Gary waits outside, Chloe's labour reaches 57 hours. So with Mum by her side, doctors take Chloe into theatre for an emergency caesarean. 10 minutes later, baby Morgan is born.
And this is Gary, the proud dad. How you feeling, Gary?
All right.
Chloe, what happened today?
There was problems with our temperatures. We both had temperatures. And then about 5 minutes later, he was here.
How do you feel now you're a mum?
Proud.
I felt a bit bad on Gary's part that he couldn't be at the birth of his son. But I did give Chloe the option of, you know, I was quite happy to stand down and let Gary go in. But I think, without being disrespectful to Gary, he wouldn't have known what to expect. So what are you going to do? Have this week off, miss a week and have another week?
I plan to.
We'll have 2 weeks completely.
Yeah.
You do realise though that you'll only be able to stay 2 nights a week?
Yeah, I know that.
And that's going to be hard, but I haven't got much choice.
Stanley, you watching Daddy play, are you?
In Bracknell, it's nearly the end of the school holidays, and Caine is left holding the baby for the first time.
I better go change him now. You can see there with a wet nappy.
He's roped his mate Jake in to help.
Hold on for 2 seconds. Just hold on like that. Yeah. Like this. Just hold on like that for 2 seconds. Oh, good boy. It's my first time holding a baby.
What's the matter? Oi!
What about all the poo? Does it bother you?
No, I just don't look. I just look away while doing it.
My life before Caine got pregnant was easy, really. Just like any other teenager's lives. Joking around with your friends, going out, staying out late, playing football.
No hands!
Yeah. But now Stanley's here, it's mostly changed. I would like to see him more do normal dad things. I always want to be there, kiss his first word or anything, and just want to be there for when them special times happen. Because if I don't see him that much, I might end up missing him.
Looking after Stanley for our first time today, I think it's gone pretty well. Well, yeah, good.
I thought it was quite good for looking after him on our own.
It was alright. It's
fun. Caine changed him and fed him well and everything.
I can't be doing that bad because he's asleep now. He's had his bottle and he's changed. So he should be alright for the next couple of hours.
I don't really have any worries about the future at the moment. It's probably just, my main thing is getting the job and supporting Caroline and him. I can't really say that I'm going to be with her for the rest of my life. I hope we would be together.
I think me and Caine will sort of stay together for a while. Anyway, just say that because I'm not sure. I'm quite proud of myself because I've done quite well. And I think I've done better than I thought I would. So yeah, I'm happy. The nicest part about having Stanley is because he's doing new things every day and it's just amazing when he does them. And it's just unbelievable that he's learning things. It just makes you very happy.
I don't really have any regrets now because, Stanley's here and we're just so used to it now, and it wouldn't seem right without him because, he's your son and you just know you want to be with him, but I wouldn't change it for the world, really.
Laughing at
you cheeky. Yeah, you are.
In Norfolk, 15-year-old Chloe is settling in at home with her 3-week-old son, Morgan.
Wrap him up and then bring the bottom up to the towel and then just hold him really close.
I thought it would be really, really hard to cope with a baby, but I think it's been quite easy.
Yeah, well done, Mummy.
I change his nappies and change his clothes when he needs it doing during the day. I feed him now and again during the day. I do like feeding Morgan, but he takes ages to drink a bottle, so it's a bit boring, and after a while you're just like, come on. What should I put him in, Mum?
That stripy top, dungarees, the socks and shoes. You need a clean vest. Morgan sleeps in my room with me, just here. I do night feed, and I said that I'm quite happy to carry on doing night feed as long as she pulls her weight during the day, and I quite enjoy doing it. It helps me feel part of supporting her, really.
Gary has had to go back to work full-time and is still living with his parents, so he only gets to see his son on evenings and weekends.
There you go. Gary's changed Morgan's nappies about 3 times since he's been born, but when he does it really well. I think he's a bit nervous to hold Morgan or do anything because I think he thinks that if he does something wrong, we're going to have a go at him.
Shut the door.
Oh, Morgan.
Although Gary does come round, Gary is finding it quite hard to interact with Morgan. Even if he's sort of laying in his crib and wakes, Gary's not the first person to be getting up and jumping to go and pick him up or anything. He needs to start doing those things to feel more like a father instead of feeling like he's not part of Morgan's life, really.
We're going down to somewhere in Durham to register Morgan's birth.
So what are his names going to be?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know what happened.
I told you the other day.
You didn't?
Yeah, I did.
Don't know. I'm really worried.
I'd like to register Morgan's birth.
Are you baby's mum?
Yeah.
And is this gentleman baby's father?
Yeah.
And I would like you to tell me the full name and surname in which your child will be brought up.
Morgan, and then his middle name Lee. And then we're going to have, is it all right to have like double barrel?
That's absolutely fine.
That went really well. The lady was really nice. Gary?
Yeah, it's all right. Sure.
I just told Gary off because he could have looked a bit more interested. He was sitting there with like a face like...
The next day, things haven't improved between Chloe and Gary.
After I registered Morgan with Gary and Mum, we come back to my house and me and Gary had a bit of an argument.
The pressure of motherhood, as well as trying to devote her time to Gary as well, has maybe become a slight issue for Gary. And I found that they sort of started to niggle at each other.
Me and Gary argue about stupid little things. Our arguments are like getting out of hand. So we decided to have like a break and have some space from each other and see how things go from there.
I'll try and be there for him as much as I can so I can be a good dad and sort of basically just be there for him all and help him through what's gonna happen.
I don't know if me and Gary will get back together yet. Depends if he changes. I don't know, even if we weren't together, I think we'd still be good friends.
So you thought of any more names? Jamie Lee?
No.
Next time, we meet Casey and Chris from Wales.
We were using contraception, but she kept on forgetting to take her pill. She asked me to remind her, and well, my mind's like a sieve, in through one ear out the other.
Contractions feel horrible. I can explain it for the boy, it's probably been like being kicked in the balls.
Right now I'm really scared and nervous all at the same time, so.